I'm Richard from the Field Studies Council. Today we're in the Thirlmere catchment in the Lake District to look at some efforts done by Cumbria Wildlife Trust to mitigate climate change impacts in the Lake District. This is Tom from the Cumbria Wildlife Trust who's going to show us some of their projects in this area. So Tom, what are the Cumbria Wildlife Trust doing up here?
So what we're involved with is restoring the peat that is still in existence, still present on the fell tops in this catchment. We're working with the landowner, United Utilities, to deal with problems like this, really. So what we've got here is a really clear example of exposed peat. And as soon as the peat gets exposed, it starts drying out, and the peat is absolutely chock full of carbon. And so as soon as it starts drying out, that starts getting released into the atmosphere, which is on a huge scale potentially for the country and the planet, especially compared to other sort of more obvious man-made causes. So our job is to try and stop that happening, and then over a longer period of time, try and get more peat being created.
Excellent. Let's see what's happening. Right, looks like a lot of work has happened here. What have you been up to?
So this is one of the patches that we've been working on where we've had real bad peatland erosion, much like showed you before, in fact worse. And what we've been doing is two sort of stages to peatland restoration. One is stopping it getting worse, and then creating the conditions where peat can actually form. So we've done a lot of covering up of that exposed peat with the turf, the big stuff that was growing around, which has been done on quite a large scale here. And then we try and create the conditions where sphagnum moss can grow. So sphagnum moss is like the key to peat production, and if you get the conditions right, you get peat, you get the sphagnum growing up, and it can eventually set layers down as precipitous peat. So that's what we've got here. Lots of small, shallow pools, which over time sphagnum can grow in and colonise, and then eventually spread out. So it's about, we can say, we're kind of trying to re-wet the ground without flooding it, basically.
So there's clearly quite a lot of erosion here. What's the plan to fix this area?
So yeah, a huge amount of erosion in this patch, and the work that's already been done here has been to sort of reprofile the edges of the exposed peat, re-turf it like we saw on the side, to reduce the erosion. But there's not enough turf around that they can use to completely cover this up. So the solution that we've got here is to actually plant moss that's been grown elsewhere. So these are called plug plants, and thousands of these will be put in this site and across this area. And then over time, these will obviously grow as the conditions hopefully more favourable now for the sphagnum to grow and recreate that bog ecosystem. And then later in spring, we'll come back and we'll add some other species that you would expect to find on a healthy bog, and that will increase the biodiversity as well. Site benefits there.
What are these stones doing here behind you?
So in some sections where again there was not enough peat to create the dams that we've seen elsewhere, all that we can really do is attempt to slow down the water. So what we've got started here is a gully